There we go. It's Friday night. Friday night. It's Friday night. Okay, so let's get rid of that scrolling thing. That would be nice. And we're ready to rock and roll. One more day in this month. Yes, sirree. How come when I get far away I can't see it? There we go. Hey, it's Friday night. Here we go. Oh, let's make it so it's nice and quiet in here. I'm going to turn the air conditioner off and make it so that the sound is nice. Oh, what's his problem? Gonna have to get that fixed. Alrighty then, it's Friday. You know it. You know something? It's actually the last day of the month. No, tomorrow is the 1st. It's October, which would be my birthday month. And let's see. What I'm going to do is there we go. Now we're ready to start the show. It is 10 o'clock, 10:01. Welcome. Welcome. What we got here, we've got a door in the way. Let's get the door out of the way. And it's Friday night. It's the last day of the month. Tomorrow's October 1st, and you know October is the best possible month of the year because that's when my birthday is. Well, maybe December, because that's when Jesus' birthday is. So I don't think I want to step on him because then lightning could strike, and we don't want that. So tomorrow is the 1st. We went through the hurricane, just the really tip, the far out tip, because it went up and then it came into land below Tampa, which is where we were actually thinking that's where they thought it was going to land, and instead it landed in Punta Gorda, Florida. Have you ever heard of Punta Gorda, Florida? They're the ones that got the whatchamacallit, the what do you call the center? The eye of the hurricane, and there was a lot of destruction. People don't realize how much destruction you can have. And they actually had two types of destruction. One was the air from the hurricane, and then the little tornadoes that break out inside of the hurricane. And then the other, there was really intense flooding. We got it right here in Miami. We had some places where if you go down the block, you're safer turning around and not going through that flood. That's how bad the flooding was. I mean, it was a water event and a wind event. And where my brother lives up in Fort Lauderdale, just 3 blocks from his house, we kept getting tornado warnings right here. Right here where my house is, I kept getting tornado warnings. And that means a tornado can spin up inside of the winds or inside of the hurricane. So up in Fort Lauderdale, 3 blocks from my brother's house, it spun one up and completely devastated a couple of houses. I mean, like they weren't even there. And then didn't touch my brother's house at all. So what I got here was a nice wind event, a nice breeze. And I also have the flooding. So our pool actually overflowed. I mean, it just kept raining and raining. We got a new leak. And tomorrow, God willing, we will be having some painting getting done. So we got Sammy here. He says hi. Hi, Sammy. We got Charles here. Hi, Peter. Glad to see you survive. How are you doing? You're still fighting that thing. No, it's up in South Carolina now, right? So I thought about you. So I know, I pray for you guys every single night. And Charles, when I was praying for everybody in my live stream, I remembered you, and I just lifted you up to God to just take care of you. So alrighty, it's Friday, says Scotty. He's got buttery corn on the cob, Mabel's fresh baked beans right out of the Instant Pot Pro, and we got oodles of honey barbecue wings. Come on, get it, gang. Oh, Scotty, I forgot. I got your message, but not till a lot later. My hands were full. We got our court dates moved from this week to next week, and that was for one part, and then the court itself got moved to the middle of October. So we'll see what actually happens. And then Scotty says, Tigashif, I'm assuming that's a food. Randy, hello everybody. Glad that Charles and Peter have not floated away. Hey, don't forget about Lewis. He's right up, Mr. Camera Junkie's right up the street here. And he's got baby Aiden with him, so we got to keep him in our prayers too. Absolutely, positively, without a shadow of a doubt. So how the camera's looking? I did a little bit of moving things around because we didn't get a leak in here, but I was worried. So I did use one of the cameras for that. Oh, speaking of Lewis, here's Lewis Vega now, Mr. Camera Junkie. He's saying hello, everybody. And we're all saying hi to you and to AIDAN. So I like it how you just ignore them when they misspell the name. That's very nice. That's mighty nice of you. So Scotty says it's the last quarter. Kind of unbelievable. And Peter, do you still sell the Featherlight? No, that never was a good seller. I might have a couple around here. I haven't seen them in quite a while. No, I don't. They're not on the website. Whatever's on the website is what I sell. But did you see, Scott? I knew you would be proud of me, Scott. I knew you'd be proud of me. And I put it up there for the better bounce card flash diffusers. It's really interesting how a person will spend $1,500, $1,800. Speaking of $1,800, we got that new Sony, which is really packing a punch. What is it? 26 megapixels. It takes pictures. It takes video. It's got a cooling fan. It is a crop sensor, so it's the FX3 with the crop sensor, but they have a brand new sensor to go in there. So when Sony puts on the stuff on top of your baked potato, they don't hold back. They don't say it'll be another 75 cents for the extra cheese, please. They don't say, oh, did you want chives with that? I'll put chives, but it'll be $1.25. Did you say you wanted bacon bits on your baked potato? $1.75 extra. Canon charges extra for everything except you can't change the configuration of the camera. So the camera that we're running right now is what? Oh, it's the Z6. The Z6 looking all right? What do you guys say? Yay or nay? So Jim Monday said that it's a happy birthday month for Peter. October is my birthday month. Yes, 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 it is. And that's what we've got. And what was I going to say? We need to start making a list so I could start singing. Where's that Mickey? Here's the Mickey phone. Happy birthday to October people. Happy birthday to October people. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday to the October birthday boys and girls. Doing. So let's see what we got going on here. So here's our R6. And Norm says, Merry Christmas. Good evening, Greggies around the world. How you doing, Norm? Did you survive your holidays? And do we have any more coming up in October? I got to think. Charles, did you get your motorhome out of the sinkhole? What? Did Charles fall in a sinkhole? Randy says, Mr. Camera Junkie is in Plum, Massachusetts. Is he still there? I thought it was over. So I don't know where Lewis is. Lewis, you down here or are you up there? Up there or down here? I don't know. The Z6 looks like it can use a little more saturation, or maybe she's a bit too bright. I'm not quite sure. But I'll wait for you guys. Norm says, is the R6 in focus? Yes, it is. It got eye detection, face detection, body detection. This body was 161 pounds this morning. Peter is really burning it up. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I do give credit to God because I don't do good on diets. I really don't do good on diets because I always want to cheat. I want to cheat. So I've got my knockout on the recipes that I'm starting to record them for Peter's Kitchen. Peter's Kitchen, what is that? I don't know. Let me look it up. Let's look it up. Oh, I have my notes here. Anybody doing the stock market? Okay. Well, the stock market has been dropping, and I've told my closest friends. I just saw Mr. Camera Junkie said that Aiden and I are still in Plum Island, Massachusetts. M-A-S-S. Oh, I don't know how to spell it. I know he wrote it, but anyway. So October is Norm's birthday month. So Norm, what's the day for your birthday? This way I could sing. I look for any chance to sing birthday, happy birthday. So let's see how close I can get to a Friday. So Norm, your birthday is in October. Peter, my birthday is in October. It's October 13. Norm, what's the day? Not the year. I don't want everybody to know that you're 170 years old. So you have to tell me what day is your birthday. Is the R6 in focus? Let's see. Are you in focus? And if I got closer, are you in focus? Hello? And if I got farther, are you in focus? The Canon R6 does a great job on focus. Clean your glasses, Norm, and stop laying sideways. Sit up or put a pillow under your head. So Norm says October is his birthday month. And Mr. Camera Junkie, Aiden and I are still in Plum Island, Massachusetts. You guys have a safe drive back. And is Aiden having a good time, or he doesn't really recognize he's someplace else? Maybe with a lot of people around, that it's maybe it's exciting for him. I don't know. I haven't seen Aiden in a while, so I'm sure he's gotten bigger and taller, unless he's just not going to be growing. But I think that boy be growing. Okay, so hi Aiden, if you're listening to me. Hi Aiden, how you doing? I was going to sing to him, but I better not. So, why not? It's my show. Who do I have? How you doing, Aiden? Hello, Aiden. 1 and 1 is 2. 2 and 2 is 4. 4 and 4 is I don't know. It's 8. Hi there, Aiden. What you doing, Aiden? 1 and 1 is 2. 2 and 2 is 4. And 4 and 4 is I don't know. It's 8. 4 and 4 is 8. There, that's specially for you, my buddy Aiden. So I got the air conditioner off just to make the sound a little bit better. So Norm says this week we have Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement. Starts on Tuesday night, followed by a fast day on Wednesday. So when is my fast day? I kind of lost track. It's not a religious fat. This is religious fat right here. Okay, so what we've got is on the carnivore or the keto diet, I do a fast day, and I fast all the way up until 6 p.m. So that's what we've got going. So Tuesday is Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, which you know how Christians see that, right? Norm, hello, testing. Norm, can you hear me? Testing, 1, 2, 3. The Christians see the Day of Atonement as I don't remember. I'm going to pick on you and then I don't remember. Oh, well. Okay. Anyway, Norm says that October 26th is his birthday. Boy, you take it all the way to the end of the month, huh? And you're going to be 71. Well, I'm going to be 69, so you're older than me. Ha! Norm is older than me. What can I tell you? So, Scotty is saying, I am proud of you, Brother Peter, for sure. I started to say, I got your phone call and I got distracted. So it was way too late to call you back and then I forgot. So, hi, Scotty. This is Peter. Yeah, Peter, how you doing? I'm doing fine. The hurricane didn't bother us. So thank you for calling me and checking on me, Scotty. So yeah, this is your call back, like 3 or 4 days too late. What can I tell you? So I'm pretending to be on the phone. Wait. All right, Scott, I'm going to get back to the show, okay? All right, bye. Okay, so I hung up the phone with Scott. Scott! So Scott is saying, Shalom to Norm. Are we live? Yes, we are. And we're actually live on Facebook, too. Not that it seems to do any good, but Norm says, I hear you loud and clear, Peter. Stop shouting at me. Norm says, I am taller than you, but not as hairy. If that is a subtle hint to cut my hair, my mama left and went to heaven, and I like longer hair, and I'll cut it when I get fed up with it. Until then, at 69 years old, I got all this hair and I want it to stay there. Everybody got that? The people that say, you need a haircut. No, I don't. I don't need one haircut. I don't need them all cut. I want none cut. I want to be as old as Norm and still have this much hair, but it is receding, okay? So that's all right. It's starting to recede at 69. I'll have to eat my spinach. So here we go. Norm hears me loud and clear. He's taller than me. And Aaron is in the house. My buddy Aaron. My buddy Aaron. My buddy Aaron. How are you doing? How are you doing tonight? All right, guys. Anybody excited about the FX30 at $1,800? I mean, Sony is kicking some people right between the legs. Yes, they are. Okay, so at $1,800, it's the same price or similar to the R7 if you get the lens with the R7 and no lens with the FX30. It's got a built-in fan. It's got a 26 megapixel sensor, so when you take pictures, it's basically kind of the upgrade. Do I dare say it without somebody trying to punch me? Okay, to the A7C. The FX30 could be seen as a video person's delight and a camera person's delight because it actually packs a punch. I think it's got 2 card slots, and I wasn't paying attention. Is one of the card slots the CF-Express? I think it is. So it's basically a crop sensor camera. I'm getting excited just thinking about this camera, but I'm actually loving my my R6. Is that what it's called? But that's a perfect example. $2,500, and I can't assign any the video settings from the video to any of the custom functions. None. What was Canon thinking? It's kind of like, dear Lord, were they purposely, did they stick their head up their nose? I was going to say another word. Okay. Norm is giving me some advice. Peter, don't you worry about a receding hairline. The ladies love bald-headed men. If I only knew that years ago, I would have shaved my head in high school. Captain Picard. Okay. Well, you know what the saying is. Those people that are bald, like in the front, they think a lot. They just sit and they think a lot. And those guys that are bald, like in the top cap, like the yarmulke, they're sexy. Okay, so those that are bald in the back there are sexy. Now, if you're bald in the front and the back, you think you're sexy. I'm laughing. Oh, look at the R6 went crazy. My Greek hands are flapping around. Look at that. And the R6 is like, I really should slow down the, whatchamacallit, the response on that camera. I put a new lens on the R6. I got a used 50mm 1.8 RF lens at a really, oh my God, wonderful price. So I have it at 1.8. So this is the Z6. So this is at 1.4. This is another camera that's got a 50mm at 1.4. And whenever it decides to go through to the R6, we have another 50mm at 1.8. Canon does not make a 1.4 lens for their RF mount. They've given up on 1.4. They do have a 1.2, but dang, $2,500? What do they think? I got a money tree out the back where I could just pick off the money and $2,500 for a 1.2? Well, if I was still doing the weddings professionally, I probably would go for that lens. And it's not like, Peter, can you afford it? No, it's not. It's kind of like you make too much money for your taxes, and therefore you've got to have some expenditures. So let's see. Aaron goes, oh wow, oh wow. And he's going, the A7C is full frame, yes, but the FX30 is not. It's the 1.6. But they took everything from the FX3, which is what, $3,500, $3,800. It's got a built-in fan, got the flippy screen, it's got no recording limit, but that camera is only 12 megapixels full frame. All right, and you'd think that it would actually help you in low light, and it does you good in low light. But the A7C, I think, is better. Shh. Okay, so you take the A7C and you put it, because it's got the smaller body. Where is it? I got one right here. Okay, here's an A7C. All right, so it's got the smaller body. It's a baby. There we go. That's the R6. So it's the smaller body, but it's full frame. So you put a crop sensor in here, okay, and you take everything, including the fan and the dual card slot. So this doesn't have a dual card slot. And according to Randy, I think he just answered my question, it's got 2 CFexpress card slots and 2 SD card slots, which means the card slots are dual purpose. Dual purpose. Can you say that? Dual purpose? That means that each slot can put the bigger card, the CFexpress, or if you pull it out, you can put an SD card. So over here, it's got room for only 1 SD card, okay? So you lose the full frame, but you get a brand new sensor that hasn't been used in any other Sony, and they put that in there, similar body size. They put a fan in there. They put the flippy screen on like this, and what else did they do? I think they got 60p. It's got 120p in 4K. I mean, for $1,800, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. So unless you're actually doing something where you need the full frame, like I like full frame, but I also have crop frame, you know. I don't, yes I do, the ZFC is a crop frame right now. It's a 1.5 crop frame. So I had the what is this guy? R7, okay. So I need to say thank you to Joey. I had the R7 in here. I bought it. All right. So I paid for it. I put it on my credit card. I owe them money. I bought the R7. And I had a feeling there was something wrong with that camera. So what did I do? Another bottle of beer on the wall. No. So I sent it back right before the 30 days. I had 1 day left. So I took it right before it was the return period was up, because why mess and fool around with the service department and all that, shipping it back? I just sent it back. So I asked for a Z6, and an R7, and I've got the R7 and I sent it back because it's a loaner. So one of my subscribers has allowed me, they went on vacation for a week. So I'm allowed to use, they sent me their camera. I said, can I use your camera? You know, I'll take care of everything, you know, it'll be safe. And they said, sure, I'm going on vacation for a week. So you can use the camera until I get back, and then you ship it back. So thank you, Joey. Joey, thank you. Big thank you to Joey. He's letting me use the camera to test and play with. So this is the third R7 that I've gotten here. I mean, R7s are just falling out of the sky. So anyway, if you're listening tonight, Joey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. My people that watch this, the subscribers to this channel, are awesome. They let me use cameras while they're on vacation, which is what Joey did. And, you know, all I had to do is ask, and I'm sure there'd be other people that would let me have the camera, their camera, for a week. So that's a blessing. And then some people, Randy, sends me his cameras, and they're mine to keep. So the ZFC that's up in the corner came from Randy. He gifted it to me, actually to the Christmas room. The R6 that you're seeing here is technically from Randy, although Randy did not buy me the R6. Randy gifted me a big high-power Windows computer, and when he saw I wasn't using it, he said, Peter, why aren't you using it? I said, Randy, I don't know what to put it in to use it for. Okay, so he said, sell it and buy something. So long story short, it sat there for what? How long did it sit there, Randy? It sat there for quite a while. And then when the R7 came out, it was at a price where it was about the value of the computer. So I said, this all happened inside my brain. I didn't say it out loud, okay? I just said it in my brain. Hello? You paying attention? Hello? Z6? Z6, R6? I mean, are we playing monkey see, monkey do with the camera companies? So Randy said, I'll help you sell it. So he priced it out. He gave me a list because I didn't even know what was in the Windows computer. So he priced it out. It got sold. And the same day it got sold, they paid me cash. Cash! They paid me green money. I had to check and see if it was not fake, okay? So I ordered the R7. So the Windows high-powered with the Ryzen chip and the 2080 card, high-end stuff. Randy don't give no mediocre gifts, you know. So we flipped it, and so the R6 camera is actually, honest to God, courtesy of Randy. So when I say my subscribers are freaking awesome, they are. So where did I leave off? We are, Aaron, isn't the A7C full frame? Yeah, the A7C is full frame, and the FX30 is crop sensor 1.5. So if that's on your punch list, that doesn't bother me, then that's fine, because the E10, which will be up here, this is the E10. Look at how it actually shows my age spots. It's so freaking clear. It's so sharp that it makes me look older, okay? And see, the Canon has this thing where they can blur the frequencies, that's whatever the colors are for the skin, and it's like I didn't put, you know, back in the days when I'm doing portraits, when I did high school seniors, girls, they love makeup. Boys, they don't like makeup. Don't you put that on me. So you couldn't put makeup on the boys. But let me tell you something. Zit City is Zit City. It's 16, 17, 18 years old. You know, it's more like 17, 18. Unless you failed, then you were 19. So I took a bottle of cornstarch. Cornstarch, like you cook with. And I got like a face brush, disposable, because never use the same brush on another face. And I would say, okay, this is cornstarch from the kitchen. It's going to flatten the shine. So I started to do that because I've got age spots, and because I'm going to be 69 in a few days, I'm more sensitive to it than, let's say, a 25-year-old would be, all right? So I was using what I remembered back 25 years ago. It's cornstarch on the face. And then because I don't want makeup on my face either. It's not a guy. It's not that I just can't do it. Okay. So here we are back with the E10. So if the E10 is this good, the FX30 is a monster. I mean, it's a nail in the coffin of the Panasonic GH6. You know, I mean, it's got everything and more than the GH6. It's a kick in the nut, you know, the lower area of Canon, because here I have a $2,500 camera that doesn't do what Sony's $1,800 camera does. This is a 20 megapixel. Oh, we changed. Okay, so it's R6 is a 20 megapixel, and the FX30 is a 26 megapixel. So yeah, they are actually pounding. If you're playing chess, okay, and you're doing strategies, Sony screws up every once in a while. I'm not a Sony fanboy, but yes, I am. I'm a Sony fanboy, I'm a Canon fanboy, I'm a Nikon fanboy, I'm an Olympus fanboy, I'm a Panasonic fanboy, I'm even a Fuji fanboy, but I don't have a Fuji here. Okay, so, but the really true fanboy for Fuji is Charles. I mean, he loves them. So the FX has 2 card slots, SD and CFexpress. Most professional video cameras are Super 35. So Randy's making a really good point. The 1.5 crop is the same thing as a Super 35. So people that go, nay, I don't want that. Well, you know, a lot of the really high-end are Super 35 cameras. All right, so that's just something that we've got to live with. Oh, I didn't check my mic. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 2 2 2 2 2 2 2. Check. Deposit. It kind of goes to check. You deposit. You're never mind. Okay, so Aaron says the A7C is still the best. No, Aaron. If I had a choice of an A7C or an FX30, baby, I would go for that FX30. That's what I say. That it's got a fan built into it, and it's not a crop. It is a crop sensor, and this is not. So if that's the basis of a camera purchase, go for the A7C. It's $1,800, and when they go on sale, they come down to $1,600. But if you're not hot for a full crop on your sensor, man, the FX30. You couldn't put more whipped cream on that camera if you got another can of the Ready Whip. I mean, it's as tall as it can get. So, so Sony's got some winners, real winners, like me. I'm 161 pounds from 202. So I am basically 40 pounds down from what? The beginning of this year. Actually 2 months into the year, because I was eating all those chocolate chip cookies. They'll make you fat, okay? So I knew the doctor was going to put me on metformin for diabetic stuff, and he was going to say a statin, whatever it's called, Lipitor or Crestor. I don't want all those damn medications. So I went on low sugar, lowered my inflation. Did you know I have inflation in my body? Inflammation, and brought my blood sugar down to where it's great. Thank you. And what else did it do? It's cleaning out the liver, the kidneys, all that stuff. So it's working for me, and the gravy is that I am losing weight, and I'm not really trying. And, you know, I'm eating a lot of meat and very little salad. And that's pretty much it until I actually make 3 desserts now. Oh, Norm, there are only 2 uses for the male hormone. One is growing hair. That's a waste of the male hormone. Norm, I don't know what's on your mind tonight, but maybe I ought to blow that horn. I stopped blowing it because of you, because I think you need to break it a little bit, okay? Hey, Raymond is here. How is my buddy? I love you, Raymond. I'm so happy to see you. You must have been going to a lot of games. Hi, Peter. I see the live shows are back in season. Yay! I'm still working my way through the one you posted last week. Take your time. It's up there for a long time. Even after I die, it's still going to be there. So the one I posted last week, I hope you were able to weather the storm, so to speak. Ray, are you making a little joke there, Ray? Do I sense a little joke? I hope you were able to weather the storm. Ray is an amazing person. I've talked to him on the phone a couple of times. He looks great in his underwear. No, this is not that kind of a show, okay? But I mean, he was a model and he modeled underwear, okay? At least one time, because he posted the pictures. I don't have a secret camera in his room. All right, so it's like I don't do that kind of stuff much. No, I'm teasing. All right, so this is a night for the boys, so I could tease all I want. All right, so you hear rustling. Oh, that's Aaron. All right, so let's see. You made me lose my track. I just saw that thing. So anyway, I'm doting on Raymond right now because I love the guy. I want to embarrass him because I love him. I want to tease him because I love him. I love all of you. So, and that is why I do the tease. All the teasing. Because you only tease the people you love and you care about. Okay, so let's see. I lost my place, but I could find it. I promise I could find it. There it is. I was on Ray. How could I forget? I'm talking all this wonderful crap about Ray, and then I go, I lost my place. No, Ray, I do love you. Thank you for being in here. So, Scotty says, I noticed last week your blue shirt looked very purple with the R6. It's very concerning. Only to you, Scott. Get over the blue and the purple. It is what it is. Every Canon camera on the planet, and there's more Canon cameras on the planet than anybody else, they all do the same thing. Blue and purple, it's what it is. But if you let yourself get fixated, we're going to have to fix you. Nice, cool hurricane water. So, I hope I look good tonight, Scott. I hear rustling. It shouldn't be any rustling, but I do want to acknowledge that you hear rustling. All right, so here's what I'm thinking. Either something's rubbing, but you could see the microphone, right? It's not rubbing on anything. It's like completely free. The only other thing that it could be is, we'll know in a second, okay? I'm putting the windscreen because I put a little baby fan over there. Actually, I'm going to move the fan. So, excuse me a second. I'm going to move the fan. I'm going to make it blow up at all the cameras. The R6, the Z6, all the cameras. So now it's not blowing on me. So I turned the air conditioner off so we don't have the Peter overheat. I put the fan on me and took it off of the R6. So now it's off and it's actually warm in here now. I actually feel a little bit warm. So, Aaron, tell me, I'll be quiet for a second. I'll be quiet for the count of 5. Okay, so now if you hear rustling, it's not that. It's something else, which I can't figure out right now. Obviously, I'm doing a live show, in case anybody hasn't noticed. I'm doing a live show, live. All right, Lewis is here. Hello, friends. How you doing, Lewis? I love you, buddy. Thank you for being here. You're awesome. Norm says, did you find your father's Windex? Yes, I did. My God, you remembered that. I cannot believe that you remembered that the Windex bottle went missing. I found it. I used it somewhere in the house. I thought I brought it here to show it to you. Yes, I did. Okay, so this is Dad's Windex bottle that's been around probably since the 70s or whenever we got it for him. And if I know Dad, he even put Dad on here somewhere. No. So Dad would put, just like my big fat Greek wedding, he'd put Windex on everything, okay? So I've been using it on boxes that come in because I'm not vaccinated, so I don't want to catch 19. Okay, so I'm being very careful. I bought one of those things that you screw on the wall, and you put the bottle of Purell in there, and you put your hand underneath, and it goes, it squirts the gel out on your hand. It's no touch, and you rub it in like that. Okay. So anybody that comes in the house, anybody that's visited here knows you got to put your hand under the Purell squirter dingy, okay? Just for safety for Peter, okay? And thank God, so far so good. So thanks, Norm. I'm surprised you remembered. So Randy says, I get the same colors using the R7 and R10. You think it's a Canon thing? You think it's a Canon thing? The 80D did it. The 90D did it. The 70D did it. The little Canons that I had in here, the what is it, G7X Mark II, G7X Mark III did it. Yeah, it is a Canon thing. They just do that. Okay. So Aaron is saying that he loves the A7C, and it's a camera to love. And then he said, A7C, I don't know, forever. Hey, I've got a B69 in a few weeks. You can't do that crap to me. Do it in English. I don't speak New Yorkish, okay? Or what do they call that? Social media-ish. I speak English. So Randy's talking to Lewis. Norm said, Randy, it's a Canon thing. That's why we shoot Nikon. Actually, I have the LED lights off. Well, I can't put them on now. I got to go under that table. So I did my deposition, and I did it right here in the Christmas room. So I only turned the front lights on because I didn't want to look like a jerk going into court with everything is Christmas, and we're in September, was last week. So I lowered everything, including the LED lights, because I wanted the hair light. So the hair light's on, but the LED light is not on. So yeah, Norm is saying it's a Canon thing. Hi everybody, says Lewis, up in Massachusetts. He's in Massachusetts, way far away. You missed the hurricane, Lewis. What can I tell you? You missed the tornadoes. You missed the hurricane. You missed the flooding. All the fun we had, and you had to leave town. So anyway, it's coming up there. It's coming up there. I don't think it's going to make it up as far as you. So he's watching from his iPhone. Hey, Lewis, do I look good on the iPhone? Do I look handsome and sexy on the iPhone? Or I have to be on a big monitor? So Norm is saying hi to Lewis. Randy says, I shoot Canon, I shoot Nikon, I shoot Sony. I do have a Panasonic, but I haven't picked it up in ages. So, Aaron, is the A7 running for president or something? I mean, this is like the 50th time. A7C, definitely the best. Aaron, for you, the A7C is the best camera. There's nothing better, big boy, so enjoy it. You got the best. You could chuckle and laugh knowing I got the best. So the one thing about Aaron is he uses it. I mean, he's live more than any of us, all right? So he's out there and using it. I'm having some water, so give me a break, okay? When I go to the bathroom, all right, I will put a sign up there that says I'll be right back. I'll even tell you, I went to poop or peep. So hopefully we don't have to do that. Lewis. Oh, Lewis, I sent you, and you answered. I was going to say, did you get the message? So I sent you a message. Remember where I suggested to Lewis that I made for my dad before he passed away. He didn't like it when I left the bedrooms because I would sit there with him all day, all night, okay, 24/7. I did hospice for Dad for a year. So if I left the bedroom, he would get upset. So I made a video and I played the part of a disc jockey, and it was aimed at Dad. So I would say, Dad, now you got to exercise, and I would play a Bing Crosby song. And then I would come back, and I would say, well, that was Bing Crosby, and now we're going to have somebody else, Dean Martin. And Dean Martin is falling in love again. But, Dad, pay attention. I don't want you just to listen to me. I want you to lift your hands up and conduct the music. Okay, I wanted to get him to start exercising. So I deleted all those, but I found one that's still lingering up there on another channel. So I wanted Louis Lazuka to do that too for his grandmother, so she would have something to smile about. It gets very boring sitting there in the hospital and you got nothing to do, okay? So I suggested to Louis that he make a video like that for his grandmother. So I sent him the link to it before I actually go and delete it. So Louis said he had a scare with his grandma today, but she's doing well now. We are so blessed. Thanks for your patience. And she needs our prayers and support. So we all will pray for Louis's grandmother. She's in her 90s. So I think prayer is in order there. You got it. You got the time. She'll give you a beer. Send her a prayer. All right. So Randy's talking to... No, Louis is saying hi to Randy. Raymond is saying, I wonder if the iPhone 14 camera is worth the upgrade from the iPhone 11. I hear mixed reviews, but the iPhone remains an important B cam to my A7C. The iPhones and the Samsungs are the biggest threat to the little cameras. Like, you don't see anything about a G7X Mark II, Mark III, Mark IV anymore, do you? It's getting too hot in here. Where's my... I'm going to turn the air conditioner on, so you are going to hear the air conditioner now. Sorry, I don't have the fan on me anymore. So, the iPhone 14, what is it? 48 megapixels? And it records in ProRes? I mean, what is up with that? And it's like, why would you carry a camera around, okay, when you got something really, really close with this, and it fits in your pocket? It wants me to turn it on, but I'm not gonna, all right? So, you know, it's knocking the crap out of the lower-end cameras, and that's why the camera companies are basically all about the more expensive stuff, and it becomes actually quite important. Now, I did hear something negative about the 14 compared to the 13, and I was talking to my buddy Justin. Yeah, Justin Bieber? No, Justin, a babyback maniac from barbecues. And he said there was a big difference from the iPhone 12, a big jump from the 12 to the 13, because he keeps getting the newest ones. Okay, so he said the biggest jump he saw was from the 12 to the 13. So the only negative thing that I saw is I watch a guy named Kyle, and he's got a YouTube channel on electric cars, EV cars, okay? It's called Out of Spec Reviews, all right? So he's basically 80% on his iPhone, and he just upgraded his iPhone. He's got over 100,000 subscribers. So he's upgraded his iPhone from the 13 to the 14, and he said there's something wrong with the audio on the 14, where on the 13, iPhone 13, it's just fine. So he was on a road trip with the, what is that car? The Lucid, the $150,000 electric car. He's heavily into the electric cars. Okay, so he was on a road trip, but he said when he gets back home, he's switching back to the 13, the iPhone 13. So I would check that out, Ray. But instead of buying a camera, you could buy an iPhone. So Randy is actually praying for Louis, and Louis is saying thank you. Louis, Mr. Camera Junkie, he's starting to drive back on October 6th. So tomorrow is probably next Friday. So you might be able to hear me in the car if it really is Friday. So Randy is giving him a thumbs up. Be careful driving. I want you safe, buddy. Up, 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 up. Peter, I was just going to message you, by the way. I was worried. Hope you're all safe. I'd love to hear from you, Lewis. He's praying. He's praying for me. Thank you. And Norm is saying, hey, Greggies, 13 people in the room, but only 1 thumbs up. Let's give Peter some encouragement. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. If you haven't given it a thumbs up, let's hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. I know, it's a tough one to do. And I know, you're laying there on the couch, you got your potato chips and your beer. So let's see if we can get a few thumbs up going. It makes me lose weight faster. There's a good lie to put on the internet. When you give me a thumbs up, it makes me lose weight faster. That's not true. But you could give me a thumbs up anyway. So Charles is talking to Lewis. Peter, more of a Mac guy like me. Yes, I'm much more Mac. And you know who bought a full-fledged studio, iMac studio? Randy, Mr. Windows. So now he's at the top of the food chain, okay? So I'm glad, because Randy should be blessed. So Aaron says something very true. The older that I get, the worse the camera that I want. It's not really the worse the camera, it just processes it. Look at, okay, so look at the Nikon. Pay attention to my skin, okay? I know I'm gorgeous. I can't help it. I was born that way. Another lie. All right, so we're just into lies tonight, all right? So pay attention to my skin on the different cameras and tell me what camera is giving you the best looking skin without any makeup. This is just the way I am out of the bed, or in my case, out of the shower, okay? So, and that's what we got. So the E10 has a beauty mode, Peter. I tried that. It just dulls the picture, okay? So, but I forgot. So Scotty says the E10 and the ZFC look great. Okay, so don't just look at the overall picture now. Don't look at anything. Just look at my face, the skin. Which camera, Scotty, does my skin look the best? My skin on my face. Not the skin on my hands, not the skin on my bottom, but the skin on my face. It's the only skin I'm showing you, okay? So, Scotty says the E10, well, the ZFC is an overlooked camera. It's really a very nice camera. It's coming up now. So this is the ZFC. So if I lean back and I look up to the ZFC, this is what I look head on the ZFC. This camera was placed here also by Randy. I told you my subscribers are the best in the world. So I have it up at the ceiling. I don't think there's more than 3 inches or 2 inches above the camera. So it gives me that different perspective because I want it to look like we've got like a real director in here. So let's see. I do want a nice photo camera. I miss full frame. No, those two don't go hand in hand. I can make a drop-dead gorgeous photo of you out of an iPhone. It's the skills, like Mr. Camera Junkie says. It's the skills. And all your big photographers say, you know, oh my God, if I buy the R1 from Canon, now I'm a professional photographer. I used to shoot weddings and portraits with a 20D, a 10D, actually a D60, 10D, 30D, 40D, never had the 50D, went to the 70D, 80D, 90D, R7, now we got the R6, which is a full frame sensor. So don't put those two in the same sentence, Lewis. That's kind of going to give you the wrong database down in your heart. It doesn't take a full frame to get a nice picture. I could take a picture of you and make you look like Mr. whatever, Sunshine. I don't know what's a big thing, but it's the skills of the person using the camera. Not only that, I can add to that. It's the skills of the person that's doing the processing and the editing. For videos, it's the processing and the editing, and for still pictures, it's the processing. I'm sorry, yeah, it is processing and editing. So, oh, Randy, I wanted to say something to you and I forgot to write it. So if you're paying attention, I don't like the fact that you up the clarity. Clarity makes all the contrast harder. It also makes the sharpness on everything harder. So like the smooth areas, you don't want the sharpening going up there. You only want the edge sharpening, okay? Otherwise, it starts to get noisy and you're gonna go, well, it's at night. It doesn't do very well at night. Yes, it does fine, okay? It's put the clarity slider back down. Randy, by the way, is hitting it out of the park. Let's go over to my desktop for a second, okay? I can show you what you guys are doing. Let's go to Chrome. Let's hope I don't have anything bad going on. Okay, so I have to go and type in YouTube. Oh no, I think I can click on it. I think I got a, yeah, I do. Okay. So if I go over to YouTube, come on, there we go. And then if I go over to the subscriptions, okay, let's go to subscriptions. Okay, so this is what you boys have done. Okay, so today, Randy has put up 2 videos. I was going to say, Randy is actually knocking it out of the park. Charles Richard, Dr. Charles, has put up 1 video showing off 240 frames per second. Ordinary Filmmaker is put up a video on the leaked R100. I'm pretty sure it's, yeah, it says R, so it'll be RF. So that's Simon, my buddy Simon. And my even better buddy, Liam. Okay, so yesterday, Randy put up another video. So we got 1, 2, 3 videos by Randy. I mean, he's hitting it out. And yesterday he put up another video. Ordinary Filmmaker, Simon, put up a video, the OM5, Dead on Arrival, or a killer camera. Here's my buddy Aaron. He put up a video on a guitar pickup. Here's Randy, nighttime driving with the R10. Raise up your sharpening. Raise up your saturation, Randy. Do it. Do it. Do it, Randy. So, Tom Buck, Mr. Tom Buck, the smoothest guy in the room. I just love Tom. He's put up a video, the easiest podcast interface. Vocaster 2. So, Shane in Australia, Geeky Nerdy Techie, how to connect an Apple MacBook Air. And in the blues, that's also Shane in Australia. Randy put up another one, Randy put up another one, Randy put up another one, and Randy put up another one. So that is why I wanted to point out that Randy is killing it. Okay, let's get back with a camera. Hi! Did you think you lost me? I'm right here. I didn't go anywhere. Okay, get this. Just calm down. Have a cookie or a ribeye steak if you're on keto. Okay, so let's go and find... Oh, you know what I didn't try lately? And I was looking at it earlier. Let's do it live. Let's do this live. I want to see the try view. Okay, so here we've got the 3 cameras side by side. I don't have the Kentucky Fried Chicken camera, the XFC. KFC, I'm sorry, is Kentucky Fried Chicken. So you can see my skin on all 3. And you can compare, and you can tell me where my skin looks the best, because your skin will look the best too. All right? So I could tell you clearly the sharpest picture is the Sony E10. That camera is, Sony just does sharpness like, you know, fat on potato chips. It's just done. So now between the R6 and the Z6, I'll face this way. Okay, so between the R6 and the Z6, you're going to have to make the call, because your eyes are different than mine. What I think looks better, you might think the other one looks better. But I would like to hear what you think looks better. Okay, so that is the 3 cameras. And now we'll go back. Aaron says Apple is slipping. Lewis says, okay, I'll wait for the 15. Lewis, please make some videos. I love to see you on my screen. So maybe it needs more updates. I think these companies use us as guinea pigs, the entire market. So they'll be updating it. And meanwhile, they will have our money in their pockets. So that's the way it works. So I'm good on the mic. Oh yeah, I should check the mic. It'd be nice, since I'm doing a live stream, to check the mic. Thank you, Randy. It takes Randy for me to remember. So Aaron says, oh, I'm not a fan of the fan, but still the waters. I'm a fan of the man that calmed the sea. I'm singing on the wrong mic and the air conditioner's on, so I sound terrible. Oh, the heck with it. Okay, so Lewis is talking to Aaron, and Aaron is saying, wow. And Aaron says, please share your health tips, Peter. They're very simple. Get your metabolism working well on your kidneys, your liver, your pancreas, your gallbladder, your heart. Get the arteries clear, get your sugar down, get the triglycerides down, and your HDL up, okay? Because that will start to take the plaque out of your arteries. So if to do that, you only have 2 roads that you can go. You can either become vegetarian and vegan, which is really bad on the inflammation and your insulin. It's going to make you feel lousy. You'll feel good, then you'll feel lousy. Because the plants have something in them, like a dog has teeth to keep you from touching it, and a wolf, and the plants have these things in them that actually make you feel bad. Then they cause inflammation in your joints. I'm doing the biceps, but I can hear my elbow creaking. Well, in order to lower the inflammation, you've got to lower the sugars, and you've got to lower there's a word for it, not lecithin, whatever. I don't remember what it is. That reminds me, we have a new buddy. Let's go back to the desktop real quick. Let's see if I can get my new buddy. He's in college. He's 23 or 24 years old. And I reached out to him, honestly, because he's actually teaching some really good stuff. So let me see if I can find him. And the reason I'm doing this, I want you to give him some love and tell him specifically from Peter. Okay? I'm trying to show, that, I care, and that I'm not charging him anything. He's just one of the people I connected up with. So his name is, if you can help me find it, it's Dyson. And he's in Virginia. Again, he's in Virginia. All right, so let me go to my subscriptions. Oh, I am in my subscriptions. I thought he just put up a video. Dyson, where are you? I want to put it up so you guys can just go over. And there he is. Okay, so Dyson Adams. Okay, let's go to videos. Okay, so on this one, he is talking a lot about keto, carnivore. You think he works out? Maybe just a little bit? Okay. So this is his channel. It's Dyson Adams. He's blonde-haired. So there's a few Dyson Adams out there. So he's showing here what he's eating. But even better is, I lost them. Dear Lord, why can't you do any? Oh, there it is. Okay. This video here, this is a freaking lesson. Louis Lazuka. Oh no, Aaron Short. You asked me what to do? Well, he packs this like, too much information, TMI. He packs this so full of information, and it will just turn your head upside down. So he's in the auditorium in his college. I think he's a senior in college. Okay. And then he starts talking with the whiteboard. That's why I reached out to him, okay? Because he's on a whiteboard and his white balance is actually fluctuating because he didn't lock it down, okay? So we're all learning something now. Automatic white balance. If you're behind something white, your white balance is going to go bonkers, and you can't correct it because there's so many changes. But if you lock down your white balance, okay, then you can correct the whole video at one time. It'll lock itself in, okay? So he's talking, and he gets into it. He communicates really well. So go find him, Dyson Adams. All right, that's what his thing looks like, right here, okay? And make a comment on the one. Let's pick this one, the latest one, saturated fat and cholesterol. All right, and go and say Peter sent me. Okay, so what did I tell him? All right, I told him he's not using a camera. He's using the iPhone. So I told him to get an app called Pro Movie. Okay, and what does it look like? I don't have it loaded there. And it actually turns your phone into a camera. It gives you control for video. It's for video. Pro Movie. Okay, and it's a red icon with white letters. Okay, so it's a red square with white letters. You'll find it on, and it's available for both Android and Windows. So it gives you control over your shutter speed, your aperture, your white balance, 4K, 1080, what resolution you want. It's like all the settings that I have in this camera suddenly are now available on this phone. Okay, so I don't think I can show you this. I don't really know how. Okay, but let's go to it. It's called Pro Movie. So what camera would give me the best close-up? All right, so let's try the R6. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to come up here and put it right in the face. Get my face out. Okay. So the icon is right there. It's Pro Movie. Now when I tap on it, okay, it automatically turns it sideways, and now across the whole frame. Come on. Okay. I don't know. I can't see it on my own monitor, but I could see here my shutter speed, my ISO, my white balance. I can actually manually focus. I can pick 4K. I can come over here. I can pick 4K, 3K, 1040, 1080. My frame rate, 24p, 25p if you're across the pond. Okay, 30p. Doesn't even look like it's in focus anymore. Okay, so you can control all that crap from that app. It actually makes all the stuff that you're used to controlling, and then it actually has an auto mode too. Okay, you can actually change the aspect ratio, 4:3 or 16:9. All right, so it's actually I use it all the time. It gives me all the controls. Like, oh, I want to change the white balance. Oh, I want the 1/60th of a second shutter speed because I'm shooting 30p and I'm supposed to be a multiple of 30. Okay, or I want the ISO higher or lower, or I want to set up my I can make a custom white balance. I could pick the K temperature, and this is called Pro Movie. That's my secrets. Okay, Lewis, use Pro Movie. It turns your iPhone into a camera in the video mode. Okay, so Bob is here. Hi, Bob. Thank you for coming in. I love it when you come in. Peter, I am your birthday brother. I am 5 years behind you. Are you on the 13th? I better write that down. Bob Asbury. I'm going to put October 13, and if I need to correct it, write something in there. Okay. Peter, you look so healthy. Thank you. I bet you say that to all the boys, huh? Oh, let's turn on the rotating cameras. So you look so healthy. Okay. Oh, instead of going to the rotating cameras, I went to the wrong place. Did I make a mistake? Did I make a mistake? Oh, who used to do that? So Bob is here, and he is my birthday buddy. Happy birthday month to you, Bob. How you doing? I hope you're doing good. How do you have a stress-free life? Don't wake up. When you wake up, you got stress. Okay. Here's Simon. Simon, glad to see you're safe, Peter. Was worried about you when I heard about the hurricane. Yes, you sent me a text, but by the time I saw it, I wasn't going to answer you. So, hi, Simon. How you doing? Good to see you. Say hi to Liam. A big hug from me, and don't smack him. The R10 was in the movie mode, and I chose the third option, which is HDR. Turn that off. And film for 45 minutes and no overheating warning. Boy, these Canon cameras, Randy you saw how many videos he put up. So he's just knocking the shit out of all of us, okay? And he is putting up videos. Louis Lazuka, you need to take a lesson or a page out of Randy's playbook, okay? Because Randy is just knocking it out of the park. You could probably throw it a mile. Way less than a hand grenade. Oh, he's talking about the R10 is the perfect size. I missed that. Okay, so he's saying it's small. So Ray is going, yeah, smartphones have basically replaced. That's good. That's a good line. I'm going to steal it. Okay, have basically replaced point and shoot cameras. Thank you, Ray. I'm stealing it. I'm giving you credit right now. I put it up there. Ray says, yes, smartphones have basically replaced point and shoot cameras. And now I'm going to use that line. The great thing about iPhones is that they're discreet. I can't bring a mirrorless camera into every event, but I can bring my iPhone. That is exactly right. Bob says, I have an iPhone 14 Pro and an iPhone 14... Is there a difference between those? Oh, Pro Max. I did see the other word. I did not have any audio problems with it. Maybe Kyle got a bad phone. You can clearly hear the difference when he switches over to the iPhone. So you might have hit it spot on. So I might leave him a comment. Change that phone. That ain't right. Okay. So Ray says it sounds like most of the iPhone complaints are just a solid OS update away from being fixed, unless the audio thing is a hardware issue. Well, Bob Esbury might be right. So Bob might have hit the nail on the head. He might have something lint or wherever the mic is, there's something wrong. That's a very good possibility. So Simon is saying he's running on the Mac Studio Ultra too. Really eats those high bit rates. Now I'm feeling jealous. I'm the only one who doesn't have one. Oh my gosh. Now I'm grateful for what I got the cheapest Mac Mini, the first one, okay, $599. It's doing the live stream. Does the live stream look jittery? Does it look like it's stuttering? It's spot on. And we're running 4K cameras into it all at once. Randy says that Lewis has the better M, the Mac Mini Studio, and Simon has the Ultra. Ah, so Lewis is the head of the food chain. I put it back to normal. Good, I'm glad to hear that. Now take your sharpening up 3/4 of the way. I did it on the R6, so it's not going to hurt you. I did it on the R7. It's not going to hurt you. You're going to say, my, what a nice picture. That's what you're going to say. My, what a nice picture. And bump your saturation up by 2. You can, if you want to live a little bit and you want to put a little extra mocha in your latte or something, bump it up the saturation by 3. And don't bother any of the other settings. Do that as a test. And, you know, then do, whatchamacallit, a test for your own eyes and see how you like it. You could trust me, but I would like you to follow up and see if it's something you like personally. Okay, thank you for your time, and everyone. That means Lewis is leaving, and he's saying, take care, everybody. See you back next week. I love you. And boy, he brings us out. He brings us out perfectly every time. So we actually got 1 thumbs up from Facebook. I'm live on Facebook too, which means this video will be running on Facebook as a rerun also. I'm just going to do that for a while. It doesn't cost me any more money. And if I get more viewers, then, you know, more power, you know, to the channel doing better. All right. At this point, I don't really care if the channel does better because I'm not here for it to do better. I'm here because I love you guys. I look all week to you know, I thought about it. I'm not going to do it. Don't anybody get pissed off, and don't anybody have an orgasm, okay? I thought about going live every day for maybe 30 minutes here on this one, just to do a state of the Peter. That sounds bad, okay? But I gave that a thumbs down, all right? That means I have to wash my hair every day, and I don't like doing that. Oh, there's Woody. I started watching on Facebook, but the signal was in and out. YouTube is fine. The thumbs up is mine. Oh, so that 1 thumbs up I see is from Woody. So I wonder if it's my fault or if it's Facebook's fault. Because I'm transmitting in 4K. Randy, if you want to double check me. Because I just, this afternoon, I did an upgrade, whatever they wanted. And I'm supposed to check it, and doggone it, I forgot. So I might not actually be pumping out 4K, because they like to change that crap on me. So let's see if I go to stream. I can't see it. It's too faded. So I'll just have to watch the playback. So thank you, Woody, for telling me that. Leave me a comment from Facebook also. It's not going to do anything, but I like to see where it goes and what happens. I don't know, because I've never really broadcasted to Facebook before, except last week, and now all the settings were in place, so I just hit go live. That end of the story, whatever you call it. So that's what I did, how I did it, who I did it to, and how long I did it. So now it's time to say goodbye to all our family. MIC, see you real soon. KEY, why? Because I love you. MOUS, bum 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 bum. I purposely did that so that Disney doesn't stick their finger up my nose, okay? So that's it, guys. Tomorrow, happy October, okay? Now, keep track of what I look like. This is what I look like, because now we're getting into body sculpting. Let's turn sideways and pull this shirt. Okay, so now it changes cameras. All right, wait till it comes back to, it should come to the R6. Come on, R6. 2 seconds, 1 second, boom. Okay, so this is what I look like without holding my stomach in. See, this needs to be more sculpted. Okay, so there's even having lost 40 freaking pounds, I still got a touch of a pot belly going on, and I'm not going to show you, okay? That's for Dyson, where you're going to go over and give Dyson some love. I want us to give him some love, okay? Peter says hello. Make sure he knows that you came over from Peter, and subscribe to the kid, all right? So, kind of like a surprise. He's in college. You know, it gets dull and boring. So I spoke to him for about an hour, and he's a excellent guy. So that's it for our show. I love each and every one of you. Every single one of you. I pray for you every day. And I pray for you, your family, and your household, which means if you got pets, I'm praying over your pets because my pet was killed, so I know the pain. So when I pray for all of you, it's not just you. I pray for you, whoever your family is, okay, and your pets. All right, so your pets are very important, at least to me. So Woody says he's in Virginia. So we have the hurricane stuff going on here. That might be the problem. Yeah, it could be what's going on. And you guys are getting hit. The biggest surprise was the little mini tornadoes that spin up inside. And the other one is like, wow, the amount of water it dumped was crazy. Some people's houses were just washed out. Okay, so this house is 6.8 feet above sea level. So we'd have to have a rise of about 7 or 7.5 feet of water in this neighborhood to actually get water in my house. So between the street and the garage is poured concrete on the land. The house that I'm on now is 4 steps up. You got to go up 4 steps to get into the house. So the water, and the driveway is at a slight pitch. So it flooded bad enough to flood the street and all the, what do you call it, the area of grass between the sidewalk and the street, the easement, okay? And it made it halfway between the street and my garage door. If it made it to the garage door, the garage where my Lincoln Town Car is sitting would have gotten flooded. So my Lincoln Town Car, I'm going to have to show it to you guys one day. It's a 1997. It's the last year of that body style, and it's got 22,000 original miles. It's a dream car, but things are breaking, okay? So like all of a sudden some of the electronics don't work, but I think I can still get $8,000 or $10,000 out of it, and that'll go towards, what car do I want? What car do I want? Hello, you guys don't know what car I want? A Tesla Model Y. And I've changed from white inside and white outside. Now I want the white inside still, but I want that gray, that silver grayish outside. So tell me what color. If you watch this on the rerun, say hi in the comments, okay? Not here, but in the comments, like you comment on any video, and tell me what color Tesla and the Model Y. I mean, there's a lot of other models, so go to Tesla.com and find the Model Y and look at the colors. There's a white one and then there's a gray one, like a steel gray. I'm kind of liking that. What I don't like, and it's probably because of my age, is I don't like the black wheels. That's for the modern guys today, the black out everything. I like the chrome and the silver rims and all that. Back in the day, excuse me, when I put rims on my car, they were chrome, shiny chrome, and I had to wax them so they wouldn't rust out. But anyway, I've been saying goodbye now for a half hour, so we are going to say goodbye. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I pray for you each and every night. You guys that like to do praying, say one for me. Hello, I'll take it. All right, love you. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye.